Welcome, everyone, to Entropy, our Neon Goblin homebrew setting where it's a post-apocalyptic neon nightmare with my... Oh, you guys are so great. You really are.
You too, James. Cool. We love you.
Thanks, buddy.
I love you guys so much.
This was a good group.
I couldn't ask for a better group as a
Sure couldn't.
DM.
We're the best.
I feel like you're sucking up to us because you're
I
about
know,
to kill us
and I'm
all,
just
yeah?
waiting
Are you saying goodbye?
for the
I'm
shoe to
not
drop.
thinking that great.
Are you
No,
saying
of course
goodbye?
not.
Is that
Scared.
the
Not.
swan song?
Come on.
What a
So
beautiful
scared. You're
goodbye.
buttering us up.
No.
It's like, and then kaboosh.
Mhm.
But
that's
I'm James Baxter, and I'm here with my friends Morgan Kramer,
Hi.
Alden Eberhart,
Hello.
Chris Moretz,
Howdy.
Stephen Johnson,
Howdy.
and Alex Aviles.
oh.
Would anyone like to do a recap from last week?
Sure. I can try with my crusty pinnacles help. So last time we had finally made it back to the general area of Ongul and started our session on the precipice outside the back door of the Lazuli Institute. After weighing our different options, we decided it was best that we go ahead and make our way in to check things out. And we immediately noticed that there were strange power fluctuations going on that were so prominent. They were sending vibrations through the floors and the walls, and all the electric bulbs that are sustained would dim for long periods of time. We decided at that point to take it slow and quiet as we continued pressing in because there was no other sound, no other sign of life. We pushed through the cave network that is sort of hidden beneath the Institute proper and made our way towards what we knew to be the true headmaster, Lazulai's quarters, seeking out the dragon himself. We did find him sort of tucked away in a secret room off of his main chamber. Tess took a little sneaky sneak up to the door to see what she could see and discovered that Lazuli, in his draconic form, seemed to be tinkering with some massive machination that was creating these beautiful but strange purple and pink lights. And whenever the construction seemed to activate, it would sap power and we would feel these strange vibrations and see the other lights go out. She made her way back to the party.
Can I
Yes.
say one thing?
Yeah.
Oh, Lazuli, right?
Yeah.
He does all these engineering type stuff, right?
Yeah.
It would be easier for him to shapeshift in a human or something like human form, right?
Yeah.
But he doesn't.
Yeah.
You
Continue.
said that last time.
For the fashion, he understands how good it looks.
Intimidation factor.
Yeah, so Tess snuck back to the party and told everyone what she saw. We decided we should go see what the rest of the Institute looked like before confronting Lazuli. We did so and found the same thing. Everything was vacant. There wasn't signs of a struggle or any sort of hasty mass exodus. Everything seemed in order, just vacant. We did eventually make our way to Ulrich's office and found on his large message board that usually seems to have notes tracking the activities of the Pentacles, one word, largely written and circled multiple times, Hearth. So, deciding that we weren't getting answers from any empty rooms, we did make our way back downstairs to speak with Lazuli, who explained that all of the scholars had been ordered to the Hearth by himself, and he was confused why we were here instead of there. We explained that we had not received such a transmission, that we had actually had trouble getting in touch with anyone from the Institute on our radio, at which point he tutted at us, took it in his massive claws and removed a sort of plate and did something we couldn't quite see and immediately transmissions begin flooding in. Seems like everybody is sort of worked up in a tizzy. But we were already here, so we continued to talk to him some more. We learned a few things, that the original name for Scythia, when it was ruled by the dragons, if you will, was Trescos. It was heavily populated by reptiloids, dragonoids, and then was later pressed upon by humanoids.
Traskosk.
Yeah, as we do, proceeded to ruin everything. We explained that we had met with Micah and Center, that we had spoken with Micah at length about the issue at the hearth, and strongly emphasized our skepticism about what Lazuli was constructing and working on, essentially begging him to meet with his draconic allies to instead discuss a possible alternative to address the situation at the hearth. And that we also wanted to still seek out Selena. We got the impression there was some history between Lazuli and Selena, though we're not exactly sure what. He did confirm our theory, or Nash's theory, that the place to find her might be a sort of dead zone in the ocean off the coast of Ongul. I don't remember how it got brought up, but we mentioned that we had spoken with, oh God, what's Lizard Boy's name?
Simulania.
Simulania. And he explained that the dragons, especially Selena, weren't exactly fond of Simulania, as he slayed a hatchling, her hatchling, which we had seen the remains thereof, and Tess had actually taken some dragon tea, not realizing the gravity of her actions. This is being super long-winded, so the rest of it in a nutshell, we went back and forth with Lazuli and convinced him to let us go talk to Selena. He said if we can convince her, then he'll play along. He gave us some potions of water breathing to assist in our effort. He gave us 10. Each lasts an hour, and there's 5 of us, so definitely going to be on a time crunch here. And he also wrote a note for Selena that Tess is transporting. And yeah, so now we got to figure out how the fuck we're going to get to the bottom of the ocean to find an ancient dragon and then talk to her.
In 2 hours.
Yeah.
In 2 hours.
Well, yeah, but we can not drink the potion until we get above the dead zone. So like, yeah, that could be a whole thing, you know. So, you know, an hour down, an hour back up, and if we don't make it, you know, obviously, you know, the story just doesn't go on.
Well,
You forgot one important, or you didn't mention one important thing.
what's that?
Nick Filet.
Oh, Nick Filet. We finally met Nick Filet down in Ongul. Jason Momoa looking ass. Oh, Nash's sexy boyfriend.
Although I did really like Morgan's Dragonborn rendition of my boyfriend. I will say.
So cute. Scaly himbo.
And real quick, off air, James benevolently was like, how are you guys going to see in the dark water underneath? Because, you know, we're still underneath the slag. And we were like, oh, yeah. So if we don't have magical light, which I guess we don't, question mark.
Yeah.
Well, we could go back through the storerooms at the university.
We'll
There was so much shit there.
We'll have to check through it. Yeah. Because James was like, you know, looking at it, and he was like, man, they're going to die because they can't see. So he was nice to us. Thank you, James.
Can't see and can't swim.
Yeah.
How dare you?
We need those. Wasn't there like a cloak or a helmet that could help us see and swim?
Yeah, that's broken.
Cloak of the Manta Ray.
Cloak of the Manta Ray.
Is that the one?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are on the
should be a whole
docks.
closet.
You just met Nick Filet. He picked up Nash in a brace. He's like a pirate angel. And I just want to say a couple things to Nash. None of you have a swimming speed. Even Nash, because the fishermen and women in Scythia go to great lengths to not get in the water. I'm not saying you've never fallen into the water before, Nash. Maybe you have once or twice. But creatures in Scythia, different creatures have reacted to the slag in different ways, right? Like the plains lizards, the great lizards that walk the plains, don't really seem to notice it at all. If anything, they thrive. But ocean creatures are all changed. And none of you were alive before the ruptures, so you don't remember, but nothing in the ocean is the same as it was beforehand. You pull up fish, they're too big, they're too small, they have too many eyes. There are chewels that come up occasionally. Everything in the ocean has been changed by the slag. It's almost like the water amplifies it somehow. So, Nash, you have spent your whole life trying to not fall in the water. You stay in the boat, you fall out of the boat, that's no good, right? So, Lazuli told you that Selena's lair was 1,000 feet below the water. Nobody knows how to swim. You have potions of water breathing, but it doesn't give you a swim speed. And you know, Nash, that once you go below the water line, you're totally blind. Even with dark vision, you're just totally blind.
Well, if that's the case with dark vision, then a light source wouldn't help us.
Yeah.
A light source would help you if you could find one that will work underwater. It's just dark vision by itself.
Isn't enough.
Yeah.
James, how exactly do the headlights on our bikes work? Are they like a light bulb filament that we would be used to?
They are much like the lights you saw strung up around Absolution that aren't used anymore. The lights outside Renee's place, the pink neon lights that really lit the place up and you could see farther than you should have been able to. That's how the lights on your headlights, that's how that works.
What does the power source for them seem to be? Because they were aftermarket. Beasley added them in Absolution.
There is a battery on your bikes.
But so it's the bike battery.
It's not going to work underwater.
I mean,
We can also look back at the university.
I don't see why it wouldn't work underwater. It's, you know, it's not like it's electricity, right? It's not gonna shock us.
Oh, ooh,
That's out of character. Roscoe
I
has
mean,
no idea.
I'm also pretty good with making things. I mean, Slick showed me around the shops. Like Mike could even put something together. I'm proficient with tinkering, if you will.
I mean, Nash, if you need a couple minutes alone with Nick Filet, maybe we go, you know, figure out our light source and
Well,
you guys
Nash,
catch up.
all these things run through your mind as Nick Filet picks you up and spins you around on the dock. About how you've always tried to stay out of the water. That was rule number 1 when you're fishing. Don't fall in the water. And now your plan seems to be to dive right in. Sets you down on the dock. Looks at you. Are you okay?
I'm in a bit of a hurry, but I'm so happy to see you. So happy. How long will you be here?
How long should I be here?
Well, I don't know. How long is your shift? Come on, Filet.
Shift schmift.
Okay, well, I have to go. We have some business to take care of, but maybe I meet you back here this afternoon.
I'll be wherever you want me to be.
Okay, we'll be here this afternoon, but we really have to go. And I am just as flushed as I am in real life post run right now. I kind of turn to everybody else and I'm like, I know I have to stay focused. We should head back to the Institute.
But Nash, don't we need someone to stay on the boat while we're underwater? Shouldn't Nick?
Yeah, he
Come
will
with us?
help us, but we've got to figure out this light source
Oh,
thing
we
first.
do that first. Okay.
Yeah, he'll help us. He'll be fine.
Do you want him to stay here and make sure that we have a vessel ready to go when we get back?
He can be whatever we need, really. I mean, he's very comfortable in the water. He's a great captain. Should be fine.
I turn to Nick Filet and just sort of very slowly and piercingly give him a once over. Is that right? You can do whatever we need.
Well, I mean, that depends on what you need, but
We need a boat to be ready when we get back.
that I can do.
Good enough. And as much rope as you can gather, I think.
Oh, we have leagues of rope.
Do you
Ready
have
to go.
weights? Like weights for nets and the fishing line?
We have an anchor.
Just could you take the anchor off of what's his name? Mazil, whatever. Could you take his anchor too? He won't notice.
Mazelle's anchor?
Yeah, just take his. We might need a
He's-
few extras.
He's going to complain.
It will be back before he even notices.
I'll do it when he's not looking.
All right. All right, let's see what we can figure out at the university.
I walk away and I do that walk where you're like purposely trying to like move, like sway your hips, and then I do like turn back and give like a little slight wink.
Yes, give that swish.
He looks at you. Did you do that? And he goes,
So dreamy.
Someone
Hey.
please clip that.
Hey Nash, I thought are you the captain or is Nick Filet the captain?
We have different ships. I have a smaller vessel, but sometimes I'm on his ship as like a workman. So he's really the captain of the bigger ships. I have a small boat myself.
Oh, okay. Okay. Wow, sleeping with the captain, huh?
I punch him in the arm.
Good.
roll a d4.
No.
Just kidding. You don't have to roll a d4.
That's it. Okay, I was like,
So-
that's a 3.
So you're going back to the Institute.
Yeah,
Okay.
to the shops probably.
All right. So how do you want to go in? There's the giant double doors near the town square, but you guys all know the back ways in as well.
Would we know how to get through those doors from outside?
I don't-
Nash used to dust up there every morning. I'm sure she would know what the mechanism is.
Roll a history? Nash? History, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
good call,
Check
sure.
your memory. See if I mean you haven't really been outside those double doors very much, except when you first came in.
Well, that is a 14.
Okay, so Nash, you learned when you were there that there is a mechanism from outside where you could open the doors.
I mean, we know no one's in the institute, so we might as well just go through the front door.
I also want to see if all the contraptions are still there. We didn't check before.
Okay, so you go up to the double doors. Nash remembers that there's a key underneath a rock, right?
What? That's such bad. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
And Nash is able to open the doors.
You know, it seems obvious now, but if they were the first people to ever put a key under a rock, you would never guess.
Never.
Feel like this might be some pre-rupture bad planning. I'm just saying.
Thank you,
So
Steven.
are all the devices still there?
Yeah.
There's a penny farthing, a motorcycle, a helicopter. Struggling to remember what else. I don't have that notebook in front of me because I
That was the most exciting stuff.
Yeah, I think that's mostly it. Gatling guns, you know.
There were Gatling guns pointed at the door, yeah.
Not helpful.
I will just give a quick once over of the really everything that's machinery and pull any hoses that look like they might be useful. If there's, I don't know why there would be helmets, but if there are, I'll take those. Anything that Tess thinks might be useful, she's going to take.
Wasn't there something that was like a helicopter kind of?
A gyrocopter, yeah.
Yeah.
Tess, as you know, one of the lowest intelligence characters in the party. Tess, could we take this fine machine and make it fly down underwater?
Like a propulsion system. That's sort of what I was thinking, yeah. Maybe use... Roscoe, were there extra parts from when you built your motorcycle?
Not really. It was, I mean, from what I remember, it was more of like a kit, you know, that one of the old Pentacles that they gave me. I don't remember a lot of extra stuff, but I probably left a few parts out, honestly.
Who's got the highest passive intelligence?
Passive intelligence?
Not me and Adam, man.
You consider
0, baby.
My passive investigation is 15. That's intelligence based.
Uh-huh.
You mean just intelligence score?
Yeah. Passive
14.
intelligence. Who's got the highest?
Mine is 14.
Mine is 14.
Mine is 14. So
Your
plus
passive
2.
intelligence is 14.
No,
My
now you're
intelligence
just
score
minded.
is
Just your
14.
score.
Yeah, is that what you
the
mean?
score?
He
My
wants
score?
She's got a +2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the
Okay,
smartest
well-
one in the group.
Tess, looking over the gyrocopter, you see that it is not airtight, much less watertight.
Yeah, no, I know
Yeah,
the propulsion
I-
system would be the only thing we get out of it.
Gordy kind of like from the back of the class is like raising his hands like
What you got?
there may be stuff from the distillery that could help keep things watertight. There were a lot of washers that I had to use and sealants because you don't want that to blow up. So that could probably help.
Yeah, that's perfect, Vorsi. That's an excellent idea. Yeah.
And the better use than what you used it for. Let's use it. Let's take it and use it for good. Wow.
That's what
Perfect.
I figured.
I'm going to go to the chem lab and start trying to make something that can burn underwater.
Okay. Okay, so you guys are going to try to turn the gyrocopter into like a James Cameron-esque
Every night,
submarine.
my dreams.
I mean, I feel like that would take too long. I was more thinking find a way to make just something goggles that will keep the shit out of our eyes, and then just take the propeller and find a way to make.
No,
like,
no, I'm totally on board with this. Adam, man, you go to the labs and they're totally empty. Everyone's left. But roll an investigation check for me.
Investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Here. Okay, here it comes. Here it comes. Oops. Not an advantage, just normal. 8.
Okay. So you look through all the different labs. There's 2 or 3 of them. You replenish your medicine kit.
Healing kit, of course, yes.
In the back of one of the shops, something catches your eye.
Hmm?
It's a glass cylinder, about the size of a bread box, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like the professor has been making, or has been doing experiments on slag.
Hmm.
And slag inside is almost dissipated. There's like a glass cylinder with slag inside of it, and there's wires coming off of it.
Okay. Can I try and figure out what's going on there? Or, I mean,
Yeah, you can.
yes, I would like to.
Let's do perception this time. I know you're good at that.
Okay. Okay. Perception. 20.
Oh, shit.
Dirty 20.
You saw what Lazuli was doing
Mm-hmm.
downstairs. This looks like a smaller version of that.
Mm-hmm.
But you can tell that the experiment was successful. The slag inside this glass bulb has almost been completely dissipated. You also find phosphorus.
Sweet. So he'll gather up the phosphorus for using later, but then he's thinking about it and he's like, does it look like there was an electrical current? Because he remembers specifically the dragons telling him that lightning can clear away the slag. And he's like, wait a second, if we just zap the water before we hop in, maybe it'll clear it out so we can see it. That sounds really dangerous. But we would do it way before we jumped in and then do something like that. Yeah.
With your intelligence score, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With your intelligence score. That makes
Mhm. Yeah.
Make
Not all ends, but adamant.
Adamant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trust me. He's a smart man.
All
No,
way smarter than that.
So yeah, he's gonna try and he's gonna gather up some phosphorus for burning in case we need to see in an emergency, and he'll like start like trying to figure out some sort of a battery or something that's just gonna send currents out.
Okay, well, let's say that with your perception score, you're able to find heroes you need.
Okay.
Roll survival, I guess.
Oh no. Oh, okay. 10.
Okay, so with the 10, you put together what you think of as light bombs,
Mm-hmm.
depth charges,
Mm-hmm.
something that'll burn anywhere,
Mm-hmm.
even underwater.
Okay.
So what are the
How
rest of you doing again?
Many? Oh, that's okay.
Let's say 4.
4. Got it.
Roscoe is trying to work smarter, not harder, and he's just running around looking to see if there's a submarine stashed somewhere.
Negative.
Okay. Well, that probably takes him a while looking around.
Bordy's basically going downstairs to the distillery and basically salvaging anything he can find that could help kind of make these helmets. I'm sure there's plenty of like glass panels and tubes and whatnots and washers and things that he's like, all right, I'm not sure if this will help, but he's like, oh, I've got all this stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm helping Vorty since he has to bring it up to the main room where Tess is. So we're just like carrying pieces that look useful up the stairs and
Okay.
trying to get it all in one location.
As you move through the school, every now and then the lights dim. Once they dim all the way, like the lights dim and they go out for 10, 15 seconds before they come back. How about you, Tess? What are you doing?
Trying to put everything together, finding a way to make helmets or goggles, something that will at least protect our eyes. I do remember one of the things that Tess took when we first left the Institute was a hooded lantern, and there had been several of them. Since the hooded lantern already has like the movable mechanism,
Uh-huh.
would I be able to find a way to use the sealants from Vorty's still and the mechanism from the hooded lantern to make watertight bullseye lanterns instead? So we have a controlled beam of light.
I wish there was a engineering check, you know? Like what?
That's what tinkering is, I think.
Yeah, but there's no tinkering check. Like there's no.
Yeah, there is. That's why I took proficiency with Tinker's tools.
Well, I mean, there's Tinker's tools, but what do we
It's
roll?
It's an intelligence check with your proficiency bonus.
Well, go ahead.
Okay. Do I get help from Vorty since he knows what all the sealants and stuff from the seal are?
He knows the
I
still
think
very
the-
well.
Yeah, I think that would make sense.
Cool.
And
I
we do have a
almost-
ton of books.
Almost went to cast guidance on myself. I'm like, wait, this is the wrong character. Tess ain't got shit for magic. Could have been better. So intelligence is plus another 2, makes it 16, plus proficiency bonus is 3 for 19.
19.
I only rolled a 14.
So you're trying to make kind of like the helmets they had to go to the hearth? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah,
Or for
sure.
underwater?
Sure. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay.
Since we don't need to worry about the breathing portion, I'm more just worried about vision.
Yeah. Okay.
And if I can even mount the bullseye apparatus to them.
Okay.
Whatever you want, man.
Sounds good to me. So Tess is able to fashion lights that hang off your forehead like an anglerfish. They'll help you see through the water.
That's one problem.
What would you like to do now?
So the other problem was going to be our movement, getting around down there.
I mean, the propeller would really help us move faster or move at all because I don't know about you, but these waters are horrifying. It's like you go in and it's like somebody put a pillow on your face and you can't see anything, you can't hear anything.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we get it. That's fine. That's enough.
Horrible.
That's good.
No, it's just like finding a comfortable, quiet place to take a nap. It's nothing terrifying.
I have.
But
I
I
do
feel
have
like
a-
speed would be on our side just so we get out of there fast.
Yeah. If the slag is so bad in the water, if it's so mutations down there, that's a word in Roscoe's vocabulary. How's a dragon surviving down there when the slag is so dangerous to them?
Well, she may also be suffering its effects, which is why it's a good thing we've got some more of those scrolls. Luckily, I think they didn't seem to get dusty on the road. They didn't tear or anything. So I think their magical nature protects them from the elements. So we probably don't have to worry about waterproofing them. Oh, but James, could I find any sort of watertight packaging, even if it's just like something that rations are being stored in for long-term keeping?
You can buy some jars, yeah.
I want
yeah.
something that I can put the letter in because I don't know if Lazuli enchanted it to be waterproof.
Okay.
Franz has a bunch of that in the kitchen.
Yeah, you can find jars in the kitchen.
Sweet.
So we have basically the propeller to use, but we need to figure out how to propel it.
I think we also need some sort of weighting weight system for ourselves. And that's what I was hoping your lovely friend could help us with, Nash. If we can find multiple smaller things to weight us down, then we can
Oh,
leave
well,
some
all of-
behind.
I mean, we have all of, and Nash pulls out of her bag like a ton of Titans. I mean, these are pretty heavy. If we have enough of these, that's a start. It's also kind of defense a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I think my axe is about at least half my weight. So hold that big.
Yeah, pythons are only 0.2 pounds each.
Yes, but there are a ton of Titans down by the dock.
Mm.
Why not make like a submarine paddle boat where you kind of have to like
Ooh.
kick?
I don't think we can do that in a day.
Oh,
Otherwise, I'd say we just convert the whole gyrocopter up there.
hmm.
What
We
if
have,
we
like,
all just have a
bicycles?
bunch of small removable weights, pile all of them on to get down to the bottom? We have the propeller to move laterally, and if we need to change elevation at any point, we can leave weights behind or scale whatever the terrain is down there as if we're scaling, mountainous terrain here.
I think that seems like our best bet, but what if we don't choose the right spot? If we go underwater and end up 1,000 yards from where she actually is, how do we move laterally before we
Nash,
have to go up?
how large was the dead zone that you remember?
It's not very big, right, James?
Not very big, no.
It's very small. If we have 5 people all going down, one of us is going to hit it. Which is nice. If you're on the boating vessel, it's pretty easy to move around. But
It's a spot where you never caught anything. You drag your nets through and thing.
Okay, what if we can fashion some sort of large metal bar or ring, something that we can all hold on to at the same time, and centered on it, I can attach this propeller, and that way we'll all have something that can move us when we need it, when we need force beyond what we can exert ourselves. We have the weights that we remove when we don't need to be at the bottom anymore.
Well, do we have
Hopefully-
it? Do we have an extra motorcycle lying around from?
Yeah, there's the one up there. There's the one in the gallery.
Yeah, why don't we throw a propeller on that and just ride that to the bottom?
I mean, that could work.
Could be pretty cool. Then we just do like a human chain to, someone's on the seat and we're all just holding on and we just drive on the ocean floor.
Not to really yuck your yum there, Roscoe, but if the engine gets wet, will it continue to run?
Well, we just
Well,
need the propeller, right?
Yeah, it's not the motorcycle engine that we're going to be using. We're essentially taking its body.
Adam
and
and
this
roll
propeller
a
contraption.
intelligence saving throw, I guess.
Intelligence saving throw. That's better than
Yeah.
an intelligence check. I'm going to let you know that right now.
I'm glad someone is questioning the plan at
Yeah, it
least.
seems fine to you.
No, this is
Yeah,
going
that's
to work.
totally-
This is great.
Yeah.
You're a genius,
An internal
Roscoe.
combustion engine will definitely work underwater, sure.
But we're not using the motorcycle.
Wait, how's the propeller powered?
What about hand cranks? Something that we can control the speed of the movement by using a manual force to turn the propeller. Oh my god, the penny farthing! Oh my god, we can use the penny farthing's bike chain.
Penny farthing, propeller, going down.
It's gonna take more than just the penny farthing bike chain, but we could essentially make like. Have you seen those?
Oh,
It's a lot like a paddle boat. You move it by paddling,
Mhm.
except this would be with hand cranks.
ooh,
What you got,
in the
Bodhi?
kitchen. In the kitchen, there's the manual like beater.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah, we
Okay.
could do that.
I was just thinking about checking out the kitchen too. We should. That's a good idea.
James, with all the parts that we salvaged from the various machines, the workshops, the devices that we have built and then deconstructed, would I have what I need to try and make a large scale manual motor
Let's
for this
do-
size propeller?
A group survival check.
Survival.
Hmm
I'm good at that. All right.
Okay. Let's
Okay,
see.
okay.
All right.
28.
21, baby.
Natural 20.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
All right, Roscoe.
Yes.
Guys.
Yes.
Cool.
I messed that
Got
up.
a 9.
Between all of
I
you,
got a 6.
3 out of the 5 of you pass it with flying colors. So yes.
I wonder if there's something. I see all these fish and they have like tails on their backsides. What if we put something like that on our feet or something so we swim more like one of the fish?
It would need to be something that's rigid but flexible. What about the
what
mats
about the-
from the workout floor?
That's what I was gonna say. The fighting mats.
Nash, do you think you can handle that?
Yeah. I
Awesome.
want to look just like one of those fish.
Nash's is
And
going to
all-
be a full-on mermaid tail. The rest of us just get flippers.
Yes.
Okay, so you invented flippers and a mermaid tail.
Sorry, I'm trying to keep my notes up as we go. So for this propulsion device, are you picturing it as one person doing the labor, or would I be able to rig it so that multiple people can make the check? We'll have like one of those multi-passenger bicycles with a propeller on the back.
Yeah.
Essentially, I'm wondering if there's a way that I can do this construction so that it won't just fall to the strength of one person to make it go.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that would be exhausting even for someone as strong as Roscoe.
And leaves way
even
too
for
much up to
Roscoe.
chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want one bad dice roll to derail you. However you want to build it.
I'm essentially picturing like, you know, those two-person bicycles, but instead of facing this way, imagine the same thing, just turn the seats 90 degrees. So
Oh.
the whole thing is moving like this, and it's got the propeller like hooked around the back, and the rest of us just hold on.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Alright.
let's do a montage.
Okay, this has to
with,
happen. in one.
welding apparatus and things, and everybody's walking around, and Bordy's got the sealant, and Adamant's packing his bag, and Roscoe's picking up heavy shit, and everybody's doing their own thing during this montage, and at the end of it, you've built something.
So Nash during the montage, she comes in and Tess is like working really hard on trying to put this together. Nash comes in and she doesn't do individual flippers because she thinks she needs to look like a fish. So she made everybody like huge fish flippers, and Tess is like, no.
You're all mermaids.
Tries to explain
Yeah.
to be separate, so she leaves and heads back up, then goes back down with flippers.
And where Master Crow is so angry about his mats right now.
Oh my god, I know. And then like at the end, Vordy's little final montage is like suiting up with everything like helmet, gloves, goggles, flippers, and his hooves go into the flippers. Boom, boom, and then he turns like boom.
A, B, C, It's easy as 1, 2, 3. A, B,
It's like
C,
that. It's like
okay.
that.
Please tell me we get a shot of just a little wiggling tail.
Yeah.
Wiggling fluffy tail.
That'll be
Well, I was gonna say
the shot at
it's
the
like
end that
the
fades out.
montage in like Batman and Robin when they're just like suiting up, and then you see the butt. Like,
That is exactly what I had in mind.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love
Roscoe
it so much.
keeps walking in and proposing that we just put swords on the spokes of the bike as like little propellers so that we can also just, that's all we need.
Sure.
So you build your apparatus and you go back down to the docks. that what we
Would
wanna
I
do?
feel like my crossbow is going to function normally underwater?
You understand that your guns that require combustion
Powder.
and underwater it probably won't work. But a crossbow would.
I waterproof the letter. We've got movement. We've got weight waiting for us down at the docks. We've got light. We've got the potions for breathing water.
Mhm.
Nash knows where we're going.
Mhm.
We've got Nick Fillet that's going to take us out on the boat and make sure it stays where we leave it. And he's getting a bunch of rope to attach to our device. So if he needs to pull us up, he can.
And an extra anchor
yeah.
too, an anchor for the boat and for us if we like a big anchor so we can go.
Yeah, you told me
Down.
to steal
One
an
to
anchor.
get us
it.
down there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I, is there an extra chain in case something happens to our device?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I'll
can-
bring
you
a
can find
backup
chain, yeah.
chain.
Okay, well, let's take a 5 to 10 minute break, and then we'll see what happens.
This is gonna be great.
Oh my
gonna
god,
be
it's
awesome.
gonna be
I'm
wild.
We've been playing just long enough that I'm excited to meet Nick
Yeah.
Fillet. I'm
This is basically like how the Wright brothers invented flight, though. I feel like.
Is it?
Now that this
I think
counts,
so. Just
like eventually it just works.
Have you guys read The Martian? This is how they got him off of Mars.
Yeah,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Bro,
and Roscoe's your Chuck Taylor with the Wright brothers. Chuck Taylor
I
was
mean,
the Wright brothers. mechanic
Morty's
back
coming down with his flippers like
Flopping
You know,
down.
then. Bop, 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 bop.
Scuba Steve Morty.
Yeah, you're scuba.
It was-
Want to see some artwork?
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, we'll be back in.
Scuba boarding.
We're just gonna get some refills, so we'll be back in 5, maybe 10 minutes. Welcome back to Entropy. And you know, while we're here, I would really like to thank Roll20 for sponsoring us.
Yes. I was wondering if you were gonna say anything.
Yeah,
We
we
like to
would
thank
Like, I'll
them
do
for
it at the
that.
end.
streamed Roll 20. Don't worry.
I mean, we don't have any followers, but they took a chance on us.
There's some people
You
over
know?
there. How dare you?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's people. Hey, cat.
Hey,
How
Cat.
you doing?
Thanks.
Hey,
Thanks for
Prescott.
watching.
Our actual real life friends follow us, sure. And thank you
Cat
for
wants to hear
that.
more about Roll 20, James.
Thank you for that. This is really more of a hobby for us, but
Don't
Roll20 is
diminish
awesome,
the
and
importance of it.
thank you for sponsoring us.
Or
See the
don't.
potential.
It's like Microsoft Excel. Like the more you learn about it, the more it can do. It's unlimited.
Comparing it to Excel might be an insult.
Okay. my bad.
To excel or it. Hey.
Whoa,
To roll 20.
that was nice.
I'm sorry, Excel can't give me a mini of a Reverend Mind Flayer on a whim when I need one.
Well, obviously, you've never used Excel properly. is
Well,
all.
that the comparison was
Wait,
definitely
Are
for
we
cat.
promoting Excel or Roll20? I'm a little confused.
We're not sure anymore.
Well, Roll20 is
God,
one of the
it's
Excel was
sponsoring
a
us.
sponsor.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
Microsoft Excel now only $100 a year with a subscription.
Oh.
Anyway, moving on before we get in trouble.
We just got to keep
Yep.
saying it. Roll20. Boom.
That's
I got
right.
mine in.
Right.
Nice.
Thank you, Alex. So, you go down back to the docks. Nick Filet is waiting for you.
What is he wearing?
Contraption out.
He looks like a pirate.
How many buttons are buttoned?
Angel
though?
pirate.
With his-
As
With the pirate
as few as necessary.
Okay,
Are
that's what I
buttons.
thought.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll walk back up to the docks carrying an obscene amount of equipment. And heading towards Nick's ship. Since his is a lot bigger than mine.
Uh-huh.
Since weight isn't going to be an issue, Tess has definitely put on long sleeves, long pants tucked into her boots, double layered gloves, covering as much skin area as she can.
Okay. So Nick on his ship, what? It's a fishing boat. It's not really a ship, but he takes you towards the dead zone, where you never catch anything. It takes a couple of hours. If I was to ping it on Roll20, it would be right about here.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad.
Oh, can you ping again? I wasn't zoomed out.
Yep, right there.
Nice little spot for a dragon.
Right in the middle of that spot. As the ship gets to that spot, he turns to you, Nash. Are you sure you're gonna go in there?
I don't want to do any of this, to be honest, but we have a world to save. This is very important. And I really appreciate you helping us. And I'm glad you're not going in the water. I think I would say that. I'd rather it be me than you.
Well, the last part was nice.
Oh, you don't know the world is ending.
Oh,
We
yeah.
don't have nothing. Ooh.
What do you mean the world is ending?
Well, I'll just summarize it very quickly. There is, do you remember the hearth that everybody talks about from up north?
Heard of it?
Okay, it is getting bigger. It is kind of caving in on itself. Eventually, it's supposed to swallow all of Scythia, so we were trying to make that not happen. That's it. Yeah. So we think that this dragon underwater could help that.
Well, guess better get in the water then, huh?
Yep. And Nash unbuttons one more button from his top. Ah, yes. Like a beautiful Scythian piece of tuna.
He reaches out and unbuttons one of yours. Boink.
Oh,
God, there's not enough holding.
Vorty's looking at this like, and he's like eating his snack because he made some snacks for the boat ride. And he's just eating his snacks like,
Like a stack of dominoes with Nash's shirt. You lose one.
Adamant's like, nope, that last button was struggling hard enough. You did not need to do that, sir.
oh my gosh.
You want?
Hey, Dick, not to interrupt, but you can totally go at my place if you want. I could stay.
No. We'll stay here and wait for you to come back.
Yeah, okay. Just thought I'd. Okay, fine.
I'm gonna kneel down next to Roscoe, just and act like I'm fixing a bootstrap or something, and then sort of lean into him. It's okay to be scared, you know. I mean, you saw me; I was terrified before. We're together. It'll be all right.
It's like, yeah, it's like I always say, right? It'll only hurt if we die. So we'll just try not to do that.
Stay close. I've never swum before, but I'm
gonna-
fast.
I'll take one of the nets and one with like buoys around all sides so it's not actually sinking, and put that on top, and we'll tie a rope to it. And like I will basically make it so that if we get to, obviously the rope's not going to go 1,000 meters or anything like that, but if we make it to a certain point and we need help pulling up, we can like yank on the net, and the like Nick would be able to see it at the top. Once we
Okay.
get to, it won't help by more than like 200 meters, but something if we are really panicking on the way back up.
All right.
I'll make one last check over all the equipment to make sure everything is sealed where it needs to be sealed, tight where it needs to be tight, moving where it needs to move, that everything's in working order.
Okay. So, into the water you go.
Headlamps on. Yeah, into the water. I, of course, leave vial with Nick Fillet. The guns are wrapped in oilskin, staying on the boat.
You're
I've
talking
got my
about
crossbows with
Nicolet's
me.
guns, or
Very funny.
okay. So explain to me how this contraption is supposed to work as you go.
Okay,
down.
so have you seen the James Bond movie where he's got the thing that he holds on to and it's like in the water?
Yeah.
This is essentially a double wide one of those, but instead of an internal motor, it's just like a hand crank. And that turns the propeller that is fastened between a bar that extends out behind us on either side. And then like the propeller's centered behind us. So there's
Okay.
two people doing the cranking, and then the other three are just holding onto the frame, essentially.
Okay.
any given
So
moment.
which two people are doing the cranking?
Probably Roscoe Strong and
I'll crank.
and
Okay.
Adamant. Okay.
All right.
Okay, so Roscoe and Adaman. Strength checks.
Oh boy.
And we do take our water breathing potions first, right?
Yeah.
I would hope so.
As
Down
you're
the
getting
hatch.
into water. Yep.
String check is 13.
16 for me.
16 for Adaman, all right. So Adaman and Roscoe are doing the Ninja Warrior thing where they go across the thing, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
much, yeah.
Turning the cranks. And down into the water you go. As soon as you get your head underwater, it's inky black.
Mm-hmm.
It's like swimming in ink. You turn your headlamps on, and you get about 30 feet of vision.
Okay, great.
And it should just be like a beam and not an
Hmm.
aura. So
Yeah.
hopefully a little less of a moving target.
And you
Vorty
go
has the
straight
scrolls of greater restoration.
down.
But I mean, it's not much of a target down there. There's nothing here except the dragon. So sharks, Scythian tuna, we don't have to worry about them.
Good point.
It's like the dead zone.
So
Maybe.
you go. Who's gonna navigate?
I can help Nash. She knows the area, but I know how to move the device where it needs to move. So
Yeah, I'm the helm.
So
I'm just
Nash,
the director.
roll a survival check at disadvantage.
even with my help,
Everything inside you is screaming
Yeah, I'm horrified.
that this is
That's
not
true.
where you need to be.
Okay, that is fine. That is just fine. I got a 17 with this.
Rangers, man. Okay. So Nash is able to keep you guys going down towards the ocean bottom. And as you get
It's a big bottom.
Nash, you don't know of any people that have gone underwater on purpose. So you don't really know how deep the ocean floor is. Lazuli told you that Selena's lair was 1,000 feet underwater, right? But after a few minutes, you see ground coming up at you.
can
Underneath.
I retcon one thing before it becomes relevant?
Sure.
I'm sure we would have known that we won't be able to talk to each other down there. So we would have worked out a few different hand signs for wait, fast, quiet,
Help.
like just very basic, hand
Okay.
communications.
So after a few minutes, with Adaman and Roscoe furiously pedaling, you see ground coming up towards you. Only a couple of 100 feet. But there's a gorge.
Oh.
Totally. gorge.
Why did we not think of a word for fear or a signal for fear?
Yeah, I mean,
I
Ross.
don't think we need one. We can
Adamant's
look at
making the
each
symbol
other.
for help, like, you know, even as he continues to pedal.
The help signal.
Well, here we are, peeps.
And
Has the temperature of the water changed as we expected it to, or is there anything
it's very
unusual
cold.
feeling?
Well, Roscoe
Right.
definitely peed when he saw the gorge. So
Adamant's like, oh, a little warm spot. Oh, nope, it's gone.
It's not getting darker or like quieter. We're not losing senses the farther we go down. It's not like
No.
going deep in the cave, right? Okay.
In fact, as you get close to this gorge on the ocean floor, Vorty, you kick your leg out and you feel like a plant, and around you it lights up.
But
As
he
you move
touches
your,
it?
as you move your foot through
Bioluminescent
it,
Plants.
the plants light up.
Oh, this is so Avatar, you guys.
Oh.
I play with it and see like how it reacts.
Oh.
Listen, I'm not very smart or wise. Give me some
As you run
credit.
your
I'm role
hand
playing
or
my
your foot
character.
or whatever through it, it lights up behind your hand.
Like pretty. I don't know if there was a sign for pretty.
Okay, so
you've already established one.
I'm
Vorty has
guessing
just established it.
I'm guessing Tess and Nash have the highest passive perception.
19.
Yeah, mine's 17.
Okay. You stop to play with the plants. Their bioluminescence. But from down in the gorge, something is coming up towards you.
Can we tell how big?
May I drop one of my light bombs?
You feel it because you feel something draw you down. You know what I
Oh.
mean? Like the water is moving.
Hmm?
Yeah, you can drop a light bomb there, out, man.
3 light bombs remain as
Does
this
it feel like a vortex? or
white
is-
phosphorus
pressure?
light drops.
And as you do that, Adaman, something comes up amongst you. It blasts up through you and blows you all in different directions.
Great.
Oh.
Oh,
But Adaman's phosphorus bomb lights it up quite well.
Trying to get my egg beater kicked right. Stabilize myself.
The fuck is that?
Oh, it's so pretty.
no, no.
It is
What
a
is that?
a very large translucent creature with a bunch of tentacles.
I do my pretty sign like
I feel like this picture is of a creature that in reality is only like an inch.
Everybody
Yeah.
roll initiative.
This is a
now I'm
mega
scared.
protozoa.
What the fuck? Ah, I'm so tired of wasting natural 20s on stuff that isn't attack rolls.
Might be good. I got a natural one, which means nothing to me. And then I got another natural one. Wait, what happens?
So that's
think you
the
just
only
stick with
time a halfling gets a natural one. Yes.
I
when
did
it
get a
happens,
natural
yo,
one.
we're
It's
all gonna
a-
die together because these initiatives are not
it's a
good.
1 in 400 chance for a halfling to roll a natural one, and you got there.
I'm gonna see if I can make this dice in the toilet from here. I'm just gonna throw it.
No.
I can't. No, I'm not. But that dice is dead to me for the game.
Yeah, this is all on that. Tessele with her 24.
Great.
Kill it with one blow. You got this.
Totally. With my crossbow? Yeah, sure.
And I can't sing, you guys.
I
So
know.
this-
No,
This
a really-
creature rises from the depths and blows you all in different directions. And
I guess I could sing to myself.
Tesla is first.
Fuck.
Dance might
You
do
could,
it.
you could hum.
Jazz hands.
Okay. No one is considered adjacent to it right now, correct?
No.
Okay. What is going on with our contraption? If we were all holding on to this thing but somehow got knocked in different directions.
It's nearby.
Sinking, stationary.
Stationary.
Okay. I will swim up and over. So I'm like 20 feet over it, and I'll put that in roll 20 just as an
Okay,
indicator.
so when we rolled initiative, everybody was on the same plane. So if you want to go up or down, if you click on your token, I think you roll 20. There is a blue, a green, and a red, right? So put a plus, whatever, plus or minus if you want to go up or down from the plane that you started on.
Oh, I guess
In
I can
which,
only
which
go
circle?
up 15 though.
Mm.
Because I'm at half movement.
Yep.
Which circle is up and down to you, James?
Sorry?
What color
Oh.
circle is going to be your up and down?
The blue.
I just did the blue one.
Got it.
So put, if you're going to go up, put plus. If you're going to go down, put minus.
Mm-hmm.
I will do that. Bonus action dodge and hold my action to attack with my crossbow if an ally engages or if it engages an ally. This doesn't look draconic, right?
No.
Okay.
It looks squishy.
Yeah.
That's my turn.
All right. Okay, so Vorty, what's your AC?
17.
Okay, so a tentacle from this monster comes towards you and it smacks you for 14 points of piercing damage.
Ooh.
Smack.
God.
Then Adaman, what's your AC right now?
18.
Okay. A tentacle comes rushing towards you and smacks you for 8 points of piercing damage. Nash, what's your AC?
17.
17. So that's a okay, so a tentacle comes towards you, but you displace water as it comes towards you and it comes harmlessly past your face. Roscoe, I don't need to ask where AC is. The tentacle comes toward you. Yeah, and it does 5 points of piercing damage as it hits you.
Okay.
Wow, Roscoe, you're not. Yeah. Another tentacle comes towards you, Roscoe.
Mm-hmm.
And the two of them grapple you.
Ooh.
So you're held with these two tentacles. And as they grab you, one a little higher, one a little lower, they start to wring you out. For 24 points of damage.
What the fuck?
Whoa.
Question, James. If it can reach with a melee attack to grab him like that, isn't it engaged?
Well,
If
it
so-
has a 30-foot reach.
Okay.
I don't know what
Is that
your
okay?
sneak attack range is. Like how close
I mean,
something needs to be.
I can get. Is it engaged? Because
It is now.
okay, then I will shoot it.
Let me make sure that's this whole turn. Yeah, that's his whole turn.
Okay.
So next is Adaman.
Can I do my attack?
Yeah.
Since that was my held action.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. It's a 25 to hit.
That hits.
10, 12, 13, 17 points of non-magical piercing.
Okay. Adaman.
All right. Adaman swims over next to Vordy and it. And it's fallen into my perfect little bit. He spends a key point here, which is under actions, I guess. Yeah, there they are. Or no, they're not. I can't find them. All actions? There we go. All right, there we go. All right. Boom. And he's going to flurry of, oh, he's going to attack and flurry of blows. But first, here comes the attack.
Okay.
And attack. Does a 25 hit?
It does.
For 9.
Mine.
And then his second attack, 23.
Uh-huh.
For 9.
Okay.
And he spent a key point, flurry of blows. He's only going to attack once with the flurry of blows. for 15.
Okay.
Does that hit?
Wait, 15 to hit?
Yes.
It does hit.
Great. He does 6. That's like with a kick. And then he uses his other one. And oh, right. They have a symbol for rutabaga. And he's like, rutabaga. And he stabs Vorty for
Alden.
decent. What? That's rutabaga, obviously. So it's a d6 plus 12 because you're level 8. So let me roll that slash 1d6.
How do you spell rutabaga?
So Vorty is healed for 13.
Yes. Thank you.
And
I
that
give you
is
that
my
thumbs up.
action, bonus action, and movement. I am done.
Okay. Ash.
Hey, I'm going to swim back, probably a good as far as I can. I think he's still in range, but I'm gonna feel like he's not. And with my oh, he's still in range. Yeah. All right. Thank you, whoever used that measuring tool.
Gotcha. Roll
All
20
right, so
for all
I'm
your
gonna
needs.
do favored foe with my dread ambusher. So I have 3 attacks. The lowest is an 18.
They all hit.
So they all hit, which means that is 16, 20, 30, 45. It is 50 damage.
50?
Holy shit.
Wow.
I swear. Because I
Damn.
get the 1d6 from the favored foe, the 1d8 from the dread ambusher, and then it's a 1d10 plus 5 for 3 attacks.
Thunk, thunk, thunk.
Wow.
Nash swims a little bit away and starts
Whoa.
sinking arrows into this thing. And it looks pretty much like the token. It's translucent. You don't see
Wait.
a face of any kind or eyes on it.
What were you shooting with, Nash? A longbow?
Crossbow?
Oh, crossbow. Okay.
40.
Okay. So I'm going to move into melee against it.
Okay.
And let's see. So this is something that I've been forgetting to do is I am dual wielding. I should have been attacking it. I have an extra attack, so I should have been doing 3 in one round. So I'm gonna do rapier, and scimitar, I believe. Yes, because
Okay.
scimitar is my offhand. So, and because I have pack tactics, or pack, what is it? Pack fighting, pack tactics. I get advantage.
You do?
Nice.
Yes, because you guys are all in melee against it.
Sweet.
So I'm gonna go 1, and then I don't know. Let's see. That's 8. Yeah, hi, it hits.
Mm,
6. Take 7. I mean, I'm assuming 21 hits it.
it does.
All right, so it takes 7 damage from the first attack. Second.
Okay.
Ooh. I don't think a 12 hits it.
No.
And then my offhand attack. No, does not hit it. So just
No.
the one rapier attack hits it.
40 swims up next to it and he's furiously.
Mm.
There's all kinds of water being displaced as he's thrashing around. Roscoe, you are grappled.
Yes. I'm not going to try to escape the grapple. I think I'm just going to first and foremost fly into a rage. A roll on the wild magic table, which is
This will be interesting.
Yeah.
Water.
Maybe it'll save me. Who knows? So I rolled a 3. So an intangible spirit, which looks like a flump or a pixie, maybe we'll say they're like little jellyfish, appear within 5 feet of one creature of my choice that I can see. At the end of the current turn, the spirit explodes, and each creature within 5 feet makes a dex saving throw or takes 1d6 force damage. I can summon these again on every turn as a bonus action until my rage ends.
Okay.
So jellyfish bombs just coming at this guy, and I'm going to pull a javelin out of my back, I guess, and attack with a javelin.
Okay, go ahead.
I guess I get 2. So we'll see.
You look like Jubilee.
Same.
Yeah, absolutely. It's Jubilee 5. First one's an 11 to hit.
Nope.
The second one is an 11 to hit.
Nope.
Wow, that's weird.
Oh my goodness.
It's just hard to throw a javelin a few feet in the water, you know? It's just...
That's fair.
Yeah. I think it's one of the few weapons that you don't have disadvantage in underwater combat.
Oh, do I have disadvantage when I punch people? Just wondering.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Did you say that they explode at the end of your turn?
End of the turn, it says. I don't know if that's mine or the round, but it's kind of the same thing in this case because I'm so slow.
Oh, Roscoe.
So dex saving throw
Okay.
against something. We're gonna find that out in a second.
I got a 15.
You're at a 15. The DC to beat is 14, I believe. Yeah. So you're fine.
No half damage or anything like that?
No, it's just 1d6.
Okay. Well, you can do it on your turn, right? So
Oh yeah, they're
that
coming.
makes sense.
So that's my turn. Nothing happened.
Oh, so you need to have a swim speed to not have the disadvantage? Or are we
Well, I think depending on the weapon, that doesn't cancel it out.
right? I see a
Yeah,
dagger,
11.
javelin, short sword, spear, trident. Oh, maybe I should have just done straight rolls on mine then
Oh,
for next time.
Crossbow
Yes.
I have a
sword?
dagger.
it's
Are
your turn.
crossbows at disadvantage from all this? I thought they were. Oh,
Ranged
Yeah,
weapon
no.
attack.
Yeah, they are. I thought they were.
unless the weapon is a crossbow. Okay, got it. All right.
Oh, so
Uh,
crossbows weren't at disadvantage?
No, they are one of the few ranged ones that works. Crossbow,
I like
net,
it.
or weapon thrown like a javelin.
No, I definitely rolled at disadvantage.
Yeah.
And still did 50 points of damage.
Damage. Wow.
Jeez.
Wow. Okay.
Wait, what? No, that's terrifying.
Rangers,
That's exciting for next round.
Rangers are underrated.
I won't get all of that in the next round though. It's just the first round of combat that's always crazy.
So I'm swimming down a little bit as well. I'm still at half movement, so that's as far as I can get.
Mm-hmm.
I am also still engaged. Yeah, I'm just going to shoot it, and because I'm shooting it on my proper turn now, I get to shoot it twice with crossbow expert.
Okay.
First one is going to be a 14 to hit.
Nope.
Second one,
Just missed.
26,
Yeah, that hits.
almost a crit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another 5d6. Shitty damage again.
You know.
18 points of non-magical piercing damage
Okay.
and bonus action dodge again. There's nowhere to hide here.
Okay. Okay, so is that your whole turn, Jess?
Yes.
All right, Roscoe, you are still grappled by 2 tentacles. And oh boy.
Oh, no.
It rings you out again for another 20 points of damage.
Of bludgeoning damage.
Let me look. It is Let's say yes, bludgeoning.
Okay. I'd like to take half of that then.
All right.
That's okay.
And then a tentacle comes towards you, Vorty. Does a 14 hit you, Vorty?
No, it does not.
Does a 13 hit you, Adaman?
Unfortunately, it does not, my friend.
Okay. Nash. Does an 18 hit you?
Yep.
So a tentacle comes screaming through the water towards you. And it does 12 points of piercing damage as it smacks you.
Okay.
And then it's Adaman's turn again.
Yay! All right, Adaman will move 5, 10, 15, 20. So 20 feet there.
Uh-huh.
And he's going to attack. Natural 20,
Yes,
Okay.
there we
Dagger.
go.
which for 8 damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's done it.
I could try. I could certainly try. Yeah, okay, I'll do that. I'll spend a key point. Where are those key points? I can't find them in D&D Beyond.
Gotta scroll all the way down.
Maybe if they sponsored us, you can find it.
Yeah, right. Oh, there they are. All right, yes. I will
Yeah.
subtract another key point. Confirm. And attempt to stunning fist it.
Nope. That's it.
What?
Is that sure? Yeah.
Is that not what you say?
That's what
I-
Adaman says, at least.
Stunning strike. Oh, I'm sorry. It's the same
Oh,
thing.
it's stunning fist.
It's the same thing. You know what it
Go
is.
for it. Go for it.
We know.
Oh yeah.
This is how we're dealing with our
by the
anxiety.
way, have you talked about our OnlyFans fans yet? Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
Oh,
It's still in the
Yep.
works.
Okay.
Yeah. It's coming.
How'd it do? On the
What'd you get?
I hit you and I
Yeah.
did damage, and then I spent a key point to do a stunning strike.
Uh-huh.
So you
And I need a
make
constitution
a
saving
constitution.
throw from you. So
Okay. Well, I got
Come on.
Oh, not too bad. 14.
oh, you crushed it. All right, anyways, second attack. Here we go.
Okay.
28
Yeah.
for 7 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then he's going to bonus action. There we are. Yeah. Step of the wind so he can disengage
Okay.
and move next to his buddy Roscoe.
All right.
And he's looking at Roscoe and he's just like,
Roscoe's just getting like wrung out like a kitchen towel right now.
ooh, ooh.
Fucking monks, man. Fast as hell.
Mm-hmm. And he's not sure if he provoked an attack of opportunity, but he's a teacher.
Well, that's why you did the thing, right?
Oh yeah, step of the wind. Yay!
Yeah.
Oh, I love step of the wind. Okay, great. End of turn.
Nash.
And arrow, and arrow. And I don't have disadvantage. Just hey, what's up with that feat where people roll ones, Steven or Roscoe?
Well, I'll go ahead and use my reaction to give you a reroll because ones don't matter anymore. The bountiful luck of the halflings. Break.
Oh, to have a halfling in the party. Yes. Okay. So 15s do hit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that was the lowest one. It's only 2 attacks this time.
Okay.
19, 20. So 30 damage.
Wow.
Jesus.
I'm loving this.
This is
I'm loving
great just because it's like a fisher woman is like, so there's like, is that a fish? Close enough.
Rangers are so underrated, I swear.
Or,
Okay, so is that your whole turn, Nash?
yeah. I mean, can I move farther back? I know there's no map, but like technically
Yeah.
this gorge goes forever. I would love to be out of range
Okay, sure.
because I can still hit within range because I don't have
Well,
disadvantage.
I mean,
so
right now you're
I'm only 20 feet away. Can I go 15 feet back?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so Vorty.
Okay, so like my friends look like they're abandoning me.
Hmm.
But Vorty's gonna push through, and he's gonna cast the only spell that he can at the moment, which is Thunderclap.
Oh,
It only has a somatic component, and so he
Okay.
just kind of goes like. And the thing does need to make a con saving throw, which will probably make it.
all right, here we go.
DC is 14.
I rolled a 1.
Not to be that person, but you're dual wielding, right?
Yeah.
You don't have a free hand for.
Do you need a
somatic.
free hand for that?
Unless you
My
have a
bard-
feat.
I thought my bard could do that.
Yeah, but
with
it's a free action
the
to put your weapons
weapons.
away, so.
I think my
That's true.
bard specifically can.
You really can. You can put your weapons
Oh
away.
yeah, what
first.
college did you pick? I don't think we ever addressed that.
The College of the Swords.
That makes sense.
So I think he can with his weapon.
Very
Okay.
nice. Just like the pommels together. Ah, so cool.
Something. It's like having Warcaster or something like that. I have to double check it, but
Oh,
um,
smack that jellyfish.
okay. So, so what is this? 2d6? I think it's 2d6. So let me just roll it here. So 7 damage.
Okay.
Nice.
And you can see the water ripple past you. 40 does that on the other side of the horrible aberration.
Oof.
Like to do anything else, 40?
No, that's it.
Okay. Roscoe. You are still grappled.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'll say I probably don't have an unlimited supply of javelins, so I'm just gonna try. Oh, I mean, how is there a way to gauge how this creature is doing health wise? It's kind of like a gelatinous blob, right?
It's not great though.
Okay. Then I'll keep trying to attack instead of
And it
escaping.
just got rocked by Thunderwave.
So I'm going to first of all summon my little jellyfish bomb to attack it at the end of my turn.
Okay.
And then I'm going to attack the tentacles grappling me with my great axe. I'll attack
right.
at disadvantage. So that one is a 15.
Hits.
Yes. Okay. And the second one is a disadvantage. That's 16.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do some damage. Yeah, Roscoe. Okay, so that's 8 and 14, 22. Wait, 22.
22 with both attacks.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, is that your whole turn?
Oh yeah, and then I'll have the creature make a dexterity saving throw against my jellyfish bomb that erupts from my magical presence.
Right.
Your presence is magical, Rossi.
I got a 13.
13 is a fail, so he's going to take an extra 3 force damage.
Okay, well, everyone watching at home could see that. Well, let me put it this way, Roscoe. How do you want it to what do you want to do?
I think
how do you
that
want it to die?
Jellyfish bomb kind of, it's like this little multicolored magical thing that kind of shoots through the membrane of this creature and it explodes it from the inside, and it all just kind of flies apart in the water.
Vorty, you're completely covered in guts.
But
Uh,
like a depth charge in a jello mold.
Morgan, I think you're right. So it says that I can use my weapon as a focus.
Mm.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay,
It
cool.
doesn't say specifically about somatic component.
That would replace the material component need, though.
Yeah,
Cool.
Yes, yes.
which is weird.
And
I don't know.
this
Kind of forces you to want to take that warcaster feat.
horrible creature from the depths expires.
Ugh.
I'm gonna make
Floats.
that. I'm gonna make.
listlessly
Sorry, I'm
in
gonna
the
make
water.
that change, James,
Okay.
on my character. Apologize.
Did Adaman's light bomb continue to sink in the gorge?
Let's say yes.
What do we see?
As it
that's
goes
been moving?
down, it's not really all that far down in the gorge. Maybe 100 feet. You can see tunnels, holes that lead to tunnels in the ground, about 100 feet down from where you are now.
I will start pulling out my coils of rope. Is there anything that we can fasten a line to outside of this tunnel network? Well, I guess we can't take our device in there. Will it fit?
No,
If it's at least, yeah.
the tunnels are maybe 5 feet wide at best.
Oh my God, we're going single file.
I'm
Just
glad
so
we
you know,
made those
James,
flippers.
I actually do have some pretty serious claustrophobia, so you don't have to describe the tightness in too much detail. I'm already panicking.
Oh my!
I would like to take a moment to heal Roscoe up with my healer's kit, though.
Okay.
You.
Yes. Thank you.
I'm gonna be selfish and heal myself.
And just so we're keeping track, let's say it's been half an hour.
Oh
Jesus.
God.
How much time we have on those potions?
We have to find her and start heading back within the next half hour if we're going to make it.
Yeah.
On our second potion, we're going to
I
have
mean,
to
we
take
did-
another potion
We
down
did
here.
stop. We did stop and have combat, so it wasn't like
For 18 seconds.
Yeah, it wasn't very long to combat.
Yeah, it's just been to travel down.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
If a creature has water breathing and is with a creature that doesn't, they can't co-respirate, can they?
Well,
Like, you know,
not if
Like
it's a
when you-
scroll, because it's not like a mouthpiece you can take.
No, it's a magic
other-
effect. Just
no,
on
I was
you.
thinking more like the Jason Bourne thing where you're like breathing into someone else's mouth.
but you
but I
don't
guess if
breathe
you're-
out oxygen. I mean, maybe a small amount, but
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But
I don't know how it works in Faerun. Or,
I mean, I like
or
the way you think.
Scythia.
Okay,
This is
so
like,
do you want to continue downwards?
Yeah, we don't have a choice. We'll use the anchor to fix the mechanism outside the tunnels, and I'll just
Okay.
start fastening all my links of rope together as a guideline.
As you get close to some of the tunnel mouths, feel them pulling on you. Like there's a suction effect, like water is rushing through the tunnels.
What are the cave walls like? Are they covered in like a mildew or anything that I can carve a line through?
Yeah, you can make a mark.
Well, I guess I don't need to if we've got the guideline.
Yeah,
Oh
it'll be
my
hard
God.
to see anyway.
Oh God, I hate this. I can't even watch those movies about people going diving and cave exploring. I just
Oh, they're so cool though.
no, they're really not.
I also hate it, so I get it.
And I have a very real life fear of deep underwater spaces. So we're all just
Oh
working
my
character-
gosh.
out there.
I'm afraid of
But
underwater,
we are not.
and I'm afraid of enclosed spaces. So I joined the submarine force, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I defeated them both. So you guys just pull up your pants and join me. We're doing this.
I
Yeah.
I'm scared of bioluminescent plants.
Oh no! I can't help it with that.
I'm kidding. I don't know.
I've never encountered that in my life. It does sound very strange.
it's pretty creepy.
They're pretty, but get them away from me.
Well, let's say you have 10 different tunnels to choose from. And you feel like all of them are pulling at you. Like the water is rushing into them.
I kind of signed to everybody that I think we should go like one at a time, and I do this to try to say like I think we should spread out. I don't think it's a good idea to get 5 people stuck in a tunnel.
Oh,
Splitting up.
I disagree respectfully.
I hold up
Okay,
the
well, what do you
guideline.
sign then?
I signed to you that I'm very small. That it might be helpful.
I look at Roscoe and do this.
Okay.
Adaman starts like signaling, janitors together strong. Like he's like, why split up? No, absolutely not.
Are there any distinguishing features that set any of the tunnels apart from others? Like any that have the plant life scraped off the sides?
Roll a perception check.
16 plus. I feel like I'm
Or
good
that
at
the
perception.
water is
I'm
rushing
very good
in
at
more
perception.
quickly, as if there's
25.
a vat missing. Like a dragon would live there.
There is one tunnel that sucks harder than the others.
Mm,
Let's go down the sucky
Really?
tunnel.
Oh,
boy.
good description, James.
Oh no! I thought this was
Uh,
a PG-13 show. Oh no!
One
Nash
that's
does feel somewhat
here.
responsible for thinking of a bad idea, so she'll volunteer to go first.
And I'll put a Roscoe on my back. I will feed the guideline as we go, which will lead back out to the opening of this tunnel where it's fastened to our lazuli land and sea surfer, and begin pressing into the tunnel.
I'll motion to Adaman to see if I can borrow one phosphorus bomb just in case.
He hands it over to you. Yeah.
Okay, so what order are you going in? Nash
So-
first.
No,
No,
Tess with
we're on
Roscoe
Nash
first.
second. I'll go first.
Tess with Roscoe on your back.
Mhm.
Then Nash. And how about you two fellas? What are you gonna do?
I can go next.
Okay, and then I'll be the rear guard.
Madam Man will pull up the rear. Okay.
Sounds good.
Are you just gonna like let the water take you, or you're feeding out a wire?
Yes.
You're feeding out a rope as you go down. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, behind us. Yeah, just so we have something to follow out.
How long is that
But
rope?
we're not.
How many did Nick-fil-A give me?
I don't know. Let's say 100 feet.
Oh. Hold on, I've got some rope in my equipment that I can add to that. Thanks.
I have 2, so that puts us at 2. Well, it takes 5 feet per knot, so 180.
And then another 50 from me.
So
Oh, I've got so much
240, 235,
I have rope.
270. No,
How much?
275. I don't know, something like that. Close to 300 feet, just over if we can get one more from Nash.
Yeah, I got one.
Okay.
Roscoe.
And then there is a rope from the net to where the gorge started too. That rope is still there.
Okay. So I need everybody to give me a strength saving throw.
Okay. I was gonna say I'm using I'm on Tessa's back and I have like my axe as a if I need to like grind against the stone and stop suddenly, like a ice axe.
Ice pick.
Yes.
Got a
Ice.
4 test.
Oh no.
I'm not still raging, am I?
No.
Mm,
Well, I rolled a
Fine.
2, so I got a 9.
okay.
Hold on, baby. We going for a ride.
Oh.
So you put your rope together, right? Like you only have like 100 feet from Nick-fil-A, so you all take your ropes out and you start tying it together. And as you feed it out, it gets sucked into the tunnel. And then you all grab onto the rope and you start letting yourselves in. As you cross that threshold, almost immediately, Tess and Roscoe just down the tunnel. Nash,
Here we go.
they're gone.
Here we go. I'm not gonna hesitate. I mean,
Tess, Roscoe, you are flying through a tunnel. It's like going down Space Mountain. Like you're.
Can I use my roguish evasion to just try and deflect off of any bends or turns in this tunnel just to keep us from
That's a good
driving
idea
into these
because
rock
every
walls?
time it makes a bend, you kind of bang against the wall. So that's a good idea.
So real life example, you can hurt yourself.
Vorty, Adaman, you guys are still hanging onto the rope. Nash, you too.
Nash, let go.
You
Oh,
let go,
yeah, I
Nash?
let go. I went.
Okay,
I went
well,
with them.
Adaman and Vorty, Tess and Roscoe are just like, what? And down they went. And Nash, seeing them go, she let go. So down she goes. You guys are still hanging onto the rope.
Trying to keep up with my friends. If that's not possible, let me know and I'll let go of the rope too. But if
Can
I
we
can
hold the
on
rope
to
and
the
still go-
hold on to the rope and follow them, I will do
Right.
so.
Right.
Let me know what my options are.
I mean, you can go hand over hand, but you're never going to... You saw them just disappear down the hole.
We're just spooling the rope out behind us. We're not using it to
No.
propel
As soon as it
ourselves.
got to... It just down the hole it went. And you're following
the rope
it.
is fastened to the device where we're starting,
Yes.
and it got whipped into the tunnel in front of us.
Oh, great.
We're not coiling anything behind us because there's suction.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Well, then perfect. We're just
And-
following them. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Owen.
Do you want to let go?
What do you think? He looks at Vorty.
So Vorty would want to like cross his legs around the rope, but just kind of still let himself go. Like, you know what I mean? Like, would that help? Any kind of
It's like
would follow
horizontal rappelling.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't know if I need to do like a dex for that or.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
it's
my
okay.
strength was a 10, so my strength.
Yeah,
save
it was enough to hold on. Like anything lower than that, down he went.
James, if I see an upcoming change in terrain, like an opening of the tunnel or light or anything
Uh-huh.
like that. The reason I didn't try and grab onto the rope as we were flying before is because I was worried about rope burn. But I'm remembering that Tess put on gloves because she doesn't want to be in contact with the water. So I will wait until I see any sort of change in the topography ahead, and then I will try and grab on and slow us at the very least.
I'm trying to
Okay.
see if there's something else I can do.
So you and Ross goes on her back. You two are flying through these tunnels. Earmuffs, Morgan. Earmuffs. Roscoe, as you go through these tunnels, they're starting to narrow. They were 5 feet in diameter, but now it's more like 3 feet in diameter.
Okay.
So you and Tess are still enough room for you to make it through, but the tunnel is starting to get narrower.
Okay.
I didn't like all that gesticulation.
Just everything's fine. Just close your eyes, Tess. It's fine.
Tess, you were starting to look for any kind of change in anything, so you're going to try to like put your hands out and grab on.
Well, I was going to try and, if there's still length of rope that's been pulled ahead of us, I would grab that, but otherwise.
Okay.
But Roscoe just said close your eyes, so I trust Roscoe more. I'll do what he says.
Okay, Roscoe, what do you want to do?
Yeah, I think I'm doing the same as Tess, just trying to deflect us off the walls. I mean, so far it's a pretty smooth corridor with no real
Pretty
exit.
much suck down the middle, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just keep trying to use my danger sense to not get smashed into the walls.
Okay.
Still
So
on, right?
the entire group is rushing down these tunnels. It's like being flushed down the toilet. And after a few, it feels like forever. The rope is gone. You've gone past the rope. It was only 300 feet long. It feels like a really long time. You know, like when you're on like a water slide and you're like, when is this gonna end? That's what it feels like. You get pushed out into a large open space. And I think it's time to take a break. Everybody ready for some refill? I'm ready for a refill. You guys? Yeah?
Really, you're just trying to build the tension and you're a jerk, but that's fine. That's fine.
Everybody take a deep underwater
I'm a
breath.
jerk. Yeah. Okay, so we'll be back in 5, maybe 10 minutes.
Okay.
real
Okay,
centaur.
welcome back then.
Okay.
Um,
We're ready.
You guys suck through this tunnel, and you end
Yeah,
up
it
in
sucked.
a large space. You feel yourself come out of this tunnel into a large space. You're underwater, but you can see. Everybody, give me a survival check.
I will survive. Oh, as long as I know how to love, I know I'm still alive.
Just listen to that on the break.
And I did. I rolled a 23. There we go.
17 plus 9, 20, 28, 26, 26, 26.
What'd you get, Nash?
8.
Okay.
How?
Roscoe?
Did you roll a natural 1?
Roll 2.
What'd you get, Roscoe?
I took my dice out of dice jail and rolled a 3 on it, so I failed. It's
You
bad.
fool!
Right back
Why
it
did
goes.
you do
I
that?
don't know what I
Yep.
was.
Yep, that's what
Thank you.
happens. Okay, so everybody
Go with
except
your
Nash
gut.
and Roscoe can tell which way is up. You can sense which direction to swim in to go up.
Before we move anywhere, can I look and see if I can see the opening we were jettisoned out of?
Yeah, you can see it.
Are there others?
No, just the one.
What else do we see in this open area as we turn our heads and cast our beams of light?
And when you said we can see, can we see
Oh,
outside
right.
of our apparatuses?
Roll a perception check for me, Tess. Nash too, if you want to.
Oh, sure. Got great perception.
Okay.
That's right.
26 again. Because this one's a plus 117.
Okay, Tess. You look up because you know which way is up, and you can see that the water. You can see the top of the water.
Like there's a pocket of air above it.
Yes.
I make sure to get everyone's attention. And I sort of squeeze Roscoe's lower leg where he's still clinging to my back
Uh-huh.
and gesticulate. To do slowly, quietly, but make our way up.
Okay.
So we're gonna try and I'm gonna go first and try and like break the surface of the water like a seal, like a Navy SEAL. You know, they're just like so slowly and just the eyes over the surface.
There's that old awful 90s commercial where it's like these gators fighting in a swamp, and then they just sink away, and then a Navy SEAL comes rising
Yeah, I remember
up.
that one, yeah.
So
Yeah.
Is that what got you to join the Navy?
That's what fooled
That
me.
was
Yep,
it.
yeah, that was the one.
I remember
No,
that
man.
Yeah.
I was sold by G.I. Jane.
Oh,
one. You and me both.
whew.
Mm-hmm.
So, Tess, you rise in the water,
Yeah, I do.
and you breach the surface. You're in a large underground cavern.
Do I see any like shoreline or walkable
Dude,
ground?
it's kind of like a shelf. There's a large shelf not far from you. And there is a beam of sunlight from above coming down. And the sunlight is illuminating what appears to be a gigantic black dragon.
Okay, 2 questions. First of all, when you say beam of sunlight, this isn't like absolution unfettered sunlight. It's just light, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What is the dragon doing?
Lying in repose.
I wait for everyone else to quietly breach, and I will whisper, Center said if we wanted to get her to listen to us, to start off with 2x4x6. Should I call that out now? Or do we want to get on solid ground first?
She said to say that to her.
Mhm.
We can't talk to each other, right?
We
still in
are.
the water.
We're above
Our
the
heads,
water.
our heads are above water right
Yeah,
now.
we did the whole
You
Navy
are very
SEALs thing.
strange, little elf. I like it.
I didn't think we were literally above. Okay, I apologize. I really was confused by the setting.
You're good.
Sorry.
You're good.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
I think you should do it now.
I think
Does she look like a normal fucking dragon, or do I see mutations or any indication of unnatural physiology? Now that I've seen a draconic skeleton up close and interacted with 3 different dragons the same age as her.
Mhm.
Roll a perception check.
No. Baby, I wish I could keep that, but floor rolls don't count. That was an 18. That's a 19! 28.
Seems like a normal fucking dragon.
And
Maybe
James,
asleep?
just because it's come up in every dragon setting so far, what is the Bowen's situation here?
Bowens?
Bowens scattered all about.
The Bowens.
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
There's a large. Okay, so you rolled pretty high on perception there, Tess. So on the wall, on the far side of the dragon, you see scratch marks, like hatch marks, like someone's counting.
How many? Does it
A
look
lot.
like 50 years worth?
A lot.
Okay. I'll look at everyone else. Okay, we can do this.
Yeah.
And I will call out in this cavern. Hail, Selena. Center sends her regards, 2x4x6, and we bring word from Lazuli.
The dragon doesn't move.
Are those the right numbers?
Yeah, that was
Maybe
the
there's
right
different-
numbers.
Maybe there's a different code to use.
Breathing. Do I see like a rise and fall of? I'm gonna begin slowly, like
With your previous perception check, no.
I'm gonna continue moving at a normal pace towards her. Roscoe, do you want to come with, or do you want to stay here? I am very fast and can get away quickly if I need to.
No, I'll get out of this water. Let's go.
I think we should all. Yeah, we should.
Yeah,
all
we're
go.
all moving forward.
Maybe we spread out a little bit. Just
Sure.
As
Yeah,
you get,
I'm gonna.
as you get closer, you reach the edge of the shelf. Dragon, and by the way, this dragon is much bigger than Lazuli. Lazuli is probably the smallest of the dragons you know of. You didn't really see Center in dragon form, but you saw Micah. Micah was bigger than Lazuli. This one is bigger than both of them. Like a lot bigger. From the nose to the tip of the tail, let's say 150 feet. Very large. You can see the scales of this black dragon, but as you get closer, it doesn't move.
I'll take a closer look. I will not stealth forward, but I'm gonna walk gingerly, ready to dodge and I will try to circle around so I can see a face.
You want to go around to the head?
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick with Adam and Roscoe. Like,
Probably a good idea.
And I'm walking like this.
Come around to the
Selena?
head.
telling you, maybe it's a different number. 8675309. Try that one.
As you
That was
come
not
around
the
to the
numbers.
head, you realize that the dragon has no eyes. And out of one of the eye sockets, a small crab comes out. Maybe 6 inches in diameter and completely translucent. And has one big claw. It climbs out of its eye socket.
Do we all see this or just Tess?
Just Tess.
I just kind of walk right up and just sort of fall to my knees and reach out to lay a hand on the muzzle.
As you do that, crabs come out of its eye sockets, out of its mouth. They're not very big. You know, the biggest one is 6 inches diameter, but they are almost translucent with a big claw, and they're just sort of crawling all over the place.
I think she got trapped here. Grew too big to get out. Are there any possessions, any writing that she's clawed into the wall, anything to indicate what happened here?
No explicit writing, but the dragon is wearing a ring.
I'm going to just shoo some of the crabs aside
Mm-hmm.
and just crawl over and kind of slump down, leaning back in the curve of her neck. And I'm going to pull out Lazulai's letter and read it aloud.
It's in Draconic.
Oh, shit.
You know who knows flirty draconic?
Yeah.
I don't know how to read it though.
Yeah, no, it's.
I could probably make out like a tenth of it, but
Why don't you roll an intelligence check for me?
What
Ash.
about comprehend languages? Do we have that?
yeah,
You can cast that, yeah.
Do you have that, Morty?
I don't have that.
I don't.
I can roll an
remember.
intelligence check. You guys know how intelligent I am.
No, I don't have that.
The smartest. Okay.
Dang it.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
that's a 3, baby.
Okay, so Nash, you take a look at the letter. You can make out Laslai's name. And you see Selena's name, but it doesn't say Selena, it says Selenite. And you make out one other word. Snack.
I definitely would know snack.
What does it say, Nash?
It says snack. It says lazuli. I think there's dragon in here once or twice. Honestly, I have no idea. I'm a very auditory learner.
Can you make out anything
Me too.
like a child? Any mention of that?
Adaman, roll a medicine check for me.
Medicine check. Coming up, boss.
Ooh,
24.
So you look over this scene. First of all, the hide or the scales are pretty much intact, but underneath that is just a bleached skeleton. You figure that this body has been here for like 20 years.
Oh wow.
20 years. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Makes sense.
Well, we'll just use one of these scrolls, right? It should be
she'll be fine, right?
No, that's
Don't think that that's how
not
that
how
works.
that works, man.
Like you're dead, right?
Wait, so if we die, these scrolls won't bring us back?
No.
Oh. Okay.
They restore, they don't revive.
Okay. That's good to know. Well, that was our
Ooh.
last hope for the realm,
I
right?
guess we can go back and give Lazenite a lot of the news, see what he says.
Can we look
gonna-
around? Is there any stash? Anything that you can plunder?
I'm gonna look up to where that
There's the
beam
ring.
of light. Yeah, where that beam
That
of
she's
light is
wearing.
coming through. Does
Yeah.
it seem like we could get to it?
Yeah,
We might have to climb, but
you're gonna have to climb. It's 50 feet in the air.
Okay.
Okay.
we
We
can't
can-
do anything for her. But we might. Lasalai might can. If we can lead him back here. I don't know what dragons are capable of, but clearly a lot.
Don't we just need one piece of her to bring her back?
I don't know. I know nothing about such practices.
Yeah.
Maybe just take a scale just in case.
You give to
I'll just
Lazelai.
pry one off. Yeah, just I don't know.
I'm gonna slip the ring off and sort of turn it over. Is there any sort of inscription? Any specific colored gemstones?
Well, you pull the ring off, and for her it was a ring.
gently. Yeah.
She's
for
a
us.
much bigger dragon than Micah or Lazuli, right? So for her, a ring is more like a bangle for you.
Mhm,
Like
mhm.
it would fit all the way up to your forearm. She has surprisingly delicate hands. It looks like it's made of silver or something like that. And inset into it is the biggest piece of lapis lazuli you've ever seen.
Oh.
Oh, that's cute.
It's not polished, it's jagged. It has sharp edges on it.
Where are we at on time?
You mean for the
Or
session?
potions?
Yeah, how
Yeah.
long has it been since we took our first potion?
It'd be running out pretty soon, I would think.
Hmm.
You said you wanted to check out the crack where the sunlight was coming through.
Quite a good idea.
I'm gonna stay here for a second if one of y'all want to go check it out.
Yeah, I can go check it out. Hey,
Don't forget we've got climbers kits if you need them.
Mhm.
okay.
I'll go with Roscoe. I'm very quick on my feet.
Vordy, I was just thinking that maybe this might not be the right time, but probably a crab that's been eating dragon meat for a long time would be quite a delicacy. Maybe we grab some of those. I don't know. Just something.
Roscoe.
That's probably, it's just the crabs would be. Okay, never mind. Okay, we're going to go climb.
I give you a wink though, like
Okay, Roscoe.
Me and Roscoe head up.
Give me a dexterity saving throw. Or dexterity check, I guess. I guess it'd be a check.
Okay.
Active, not
Do I also
reactive.
do one?
Yeah, sure.
'Cause I'm also okay.
I got an 18.
Okay, so Roscoe scales the side of this room, which is, rounded. Comes around to the crack. And as you get to the crack, Roscoe, the sunlight goes away. But you feel air through it.
Air. Hey, everybody, there's an air coming through here. I'll go, I don't know, I'll give the air a sniff. Does it smell like Ongul fresh ocean breeze air?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Is there enough? I mean, can I squeeze through the hole?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
I have a meta question for Roscoe. Was that sunlight similar to what we would see in Ongul with all the slag, or was it more sunlight like absolution sunlight?
Like absolution. As soon as it gets up there, it wings out.
Well, I think I'm going to, if I have some rope on me. No, I guess I'll just keep climbing up before I attach a rope to anything.
Okay. So there's a crack in like rock, and you make your way through it, and it's a little tight in places, but you don't have a problem. And after a few minutes, you come out into fresh air. You look around, and you're on a rock somewhere in the Angle Harbor.
Oh,
So like more on the coastline or more in.
You can't see land from where you are.
Okay, gotcha.
is it worth climbing through?
Hang on a second. I'm on land. I'm going to. Is there anything I could tie a rope to?
Sure. You can find it like an outcropping or something. Yeah.
I could probably hammer a python into the ground
Or
and
that. Yeah.
tie a rope into that, so it's pretty stable. And I think Nash, you're not up there with me, are you?
I'm not yet. I'm like right at the crack. I was right behind you. I mean,
Okay.
but
I'm
I
gonna
didn't
lower-
go through the smaller area that halflings fit through better.
I'm gonna lower a rope and kind of climb down and relay all of that to everybody. This is the surface. This is the top of the top.
But this is not where our boat is. I mean, how are we? What we're we're on an island in the middle of the ocean. Where's Nick Filet? Where's the boat? Where's the safety?
Always worried about Nick Filet.
Well, I do think he's gonna wait there for you, Dash.
Well, that is not the point. The point is, what are we going to lay on this rock forever and wait for some flying creature to peck us gone?
It was safer to be here than in Scythia right now if we don't have a fourth dragon to stop that lava.
Do we need all 4 dragons? What if Lazuli stops being a bum and picks up his potential?
Yeah,
He's a smart guy.
I don't know how motivated he's going to be without Selena, but we at least have to bring some of her back.
How are we going to get back out? We can't go through the same tunnel.
I think Nick's a smart guy. We'll build a smoke signal or something. 40 will play some music until he hears us.
Okay.
Why don't we go back down and rejoin the group and we'll figure it out.
We climb back down.
James, while they've been doing this, Tess is just putting together everything in her head. The size of the tunnel opening, the size that she appears to be and would have been at the time of the rupture. Does it seem like she got stuck here, or did she come here to die? She had just lost her child.
You see, if you were to look very closely, which you rolled a really high perception check, if you were to look at her very closely, you would see nodules poking up around her neck, down her back. You don't see any evidence of her being trapped here.
Not even the markings?
The
That I
markings,
see.
if you had to guess, the markings would be like the days she's been here, but
Doesn't mean it was against her will.
it wasn't
Mhm.
trapped, no.
So let's think about this logically. This is me to Tess, as Tess is looking very sad and he's trying to help her in his own nerdy way. Lazuli is a small dragon, less magical. He's lasted longer. Then there's Micah, bigger dragon, went crazy with the daughter. Selena, I don't know how big Selena is, but Selena wasn't yet crazy. Actually, you know what? We never did check her body for dots. So
Center,
that's
you mean?
center. Center. We never did check her body for dots. So that could be a whole nother problem.
It wasn't there.
Mhm.
There wasn't slag in Lavender Hills.
Ah, so she
The
was
mountains
good.
protected it.
So she was good to go.
So what are these little nodules then?
The daughter.
So Selena got the daughter, went crazy.
Hid in the cave.
It's not. It does the loss of mental fortitude is one of the symptoms, but it's not necessarily the way it always ends.
Oh,
You
so
can just
it
get really
could-
sick and painful and stop moving.
You know, it could have been, I imagine Nash and I are descending.
Mhm.
Could have been a little bit of both. You know, when my parents died from the daughter, I didn't come down from the hills for years.
Yeah.
Maybe she just didn't want to be anymore.
Yeah.
But what do we do now?
We have to tell Leslie.
Try and convince him to come with us.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Convince them to come with us. Where? Here?
No, to the hearth.
Oh, yes.
This could be what could help him. I don't know. This could make him more depressed.
Yeah.
Or more willing to fight.
I
don't know.
Why bother? What's the point? If
Tell him?
this is going to keep happening everywhere, if people are just going to keep suffering everywhere, maybe he's right. Maybe we bet it all on a chance at a better life for everyone. And maybe this fight isn't worth it otherwise.
Okay, so despair wasn't one of the emotions I thought was in you to have. So we need to make this work.
We don't get to be selfish and make that decision. We have to fight for everyone.
Yeah.
Very least, we can bring the information to Lazuli and then bring the information to Micah.
We've made
People
it this far.
People that have the power to change things. All we're doing is delivering a message. And
Yeah,
I-
the least we owe is to let people know what happened.
Yeah.
And then we meet up with the rest at the hearth.
Yeah.
Because that's where everyone went.
And then if you're still feeling down, well, you can always just stand at the edge.
And wait. Just like she did.
If there's one thing that we all agreed to do right at the start of this journey, it was to collect and share knowledge. There's nothing else we could do. We have to tell people that this is coming. We have to tell people about the lava and spread that knowledge. That's our job.
Yeah.
That's what we signed up for. Was
Agreed.
to collect knowledge and spread it.
Besides, what is our alternative? We just sit in a tavern and cry about it?
Wait
Let
for people
Lazuli
to
try his
die?
contraption. Let Lazuli try and fix it.
I think he's going to end up setting that thing off one way or another. I'm just
There's
asking
a-
him to pause and help us in the meantime.
There's a lot of risk there.
Yeah.
I mean, remember when I was working on the still, like that could have blown up on me. Imagine him.
Yeah.
It's
a real risk.
Actually, I've been having thoughts about his machine. It seems like he's having trouble finding a consistent power source that can sustain it. That's the power fluctuations in the mountain, right?
Right.
Well, if slag powers the hearth, it's like its own self-sustaining battery, right?
Right.
Yes.
I wonder if we could find a way to get Lazuli's machine to pull the slag from the hearth as its fuel source and fix both problems at once.
Or it
The,
or
10
backfires.
times bigger
It's just a,
explosion.
If we
Yeah.
can at least convince him to
you
try
got
it,
it, Morgan.
And our brains are like in sync, like we're finishing each other's sentences like twins.
which is great, but I'm just saying if we at least get him to buy into that, it'll get him to go talk to Micah. And at that point, that we've gotten what we wanted.
It gets him out the door at the very
Gets
least.
him out the door. Yeah.
Okay. I don't hate that.
Mm-hmm.
And
I do hate moving the machine though. I really
no. I don't think we could at
I
this
think we
point.
leave it there. Yeah.
I think we find a way to funnel the slag. But listen, the notes that Lazuli has, they're the same ones that I got in Absolution. The same ones that helped build the machine that was there. And we've seen what they accomplished in the worst possible outcome. Imagine if it worked properly. What he could achieve.
But you think the hands of a dragon is what needs to facilitate such an outcome for the humanity of everyone?
Well,
he's not doing it for humanity.
Humanity already tried
Exactly.
2 times, and both times it was a disaster.
Which exactly him not doing it for us little folk makes it even more dangerous because he's not thinking about safety nets for us. He only cares about how it could impact him. He doesn't give a rat's ass about us.
A dragon's tail.
How does
So
it go wrong for humanity if the machine works?
Well, it
What's
could go
the
even
downside?
worse with a machine that doesn't have any kind of safety factor built in for us to be thrown into that caldera, and then all of a sudden it's hasta lasagna. Don't get it on you.
Well, he's not going to risk himself. What risk is there to us that's not there for him? He's taken all the necessary safety precautions to protect himself.
Yeah.
If
so
we
he's
make
fine.
sure whatever he's doing, humanity does at the same time that this machine is active.
Yeah.
Listen, we can figure that out later. First, we need to take the first step and let him know what we found.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Start climbing back up.
I definitely want to. I mean, I want to take one last look around everything. Roscoe's really just trying to figure out the 2x4x6 thing and see if there's anything that shape or any clues to that around. I don't know. I'm just looking around.
You see Selena's ring. The room is very, very big. It's 50 feet tall, a couple of 100 feet wide. It's kind of round, and there's that shelf that goes out into the water that Selena's lying on. But you don't above the water. You don't see anything interesting.
Well, we're taking the ring, right? Has anybody picked that up?
Yeah, I've got it.
Yeah.
Can I take a normal, healthy-looking scale, but then also try to find one that's got the nodules, indication of the daughter?
Yeah, absolutely.
Take some
They,
grabs.
with the wiggle, they pull right out.
I've climbed up to the top and I'm casting a series of minor illusion where one is like the image of a firework, the next one is the sound of a firework. You can only do one at a time. Just kind of
Nash,
trying to
what's your passive perception?
17.
How about passive investigation?
9.
Okay, so between the two, you saw a beam
how
of
did-
sunlight when he breached the water. And when Roscoe went up there, it winked out. Since you can cast those illusion type spells, and everything it was an illusion spell that had the sunbeam coming down. And it was cast a long time ago. And it lasted until Roscoe climbed up in that crack.
It's like the last bit of cry for help almost. This is where I am.
So Nash, was that magic you detected?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
should I should I detect some magic just in case?
Why not?
Why not? I'll use my magic awareness, James, just in just in
Well,
case.
the Selena's corpse glows in a lot of different colors. And the ring does too. But other than that, you don't see anything in the room.
Okay. Around that ring.
And
Alright.
the ring is magical.
Yes. Yeah, I definitely detected some energy off that.
What college?
Does it matter?
Can you
Or
tell
School
what
of Magic?
college it is, Roscoe?
Yeah, School of Magic for
Okay, it'd be abjuration.
It's not ours to keep.
well, it's at least ours to deliver.
We just needed to know if there's anything we can learn from it.
You could put
I
it on.
slide it up on my arm and pull my sleeve down over it.
You feel when you put it on your arm that you've kind of been cold ever since you got on the boat. You know, you went out into the water, you went underwater. You're moist now, like, you know, you're bedraggled. You've been flushed down the toilet. But when you put this on your arm, you feel warm. Like a
Warm, like cozy or hot?
cozy. Like a hug.
Let's just get out of here.
Yeah, I'm already up at the top casting fireworks, trying to get Nick Fille's attention.
Yeah, we
Okay.
can climb up. We'll have to abandon the poor machine you built, but we could just swim across the surface back to Nick Filet. That'd be a lot easier than what we going back.
We don't
to the
know
game.
where. We
This
don't know
is
what
this. I mean, it's the same day we did all that work, right? So it was later on when we. It'll get dark before long. We can just put our headlamps together and make a swinging beam of light.
All right.
So you all climb through the crack out onto this outcropping of rock that just kind of sits in the water. You don't have enough vision to see shores or anything else. You're not sure where you are exactly. And
Does the fire show help us see farther?
Nash creates a fireworks show. And that's where we'll cut it off tonight.
All right.
I didn't realize what time it was.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Not what I expected.
Yeah. You killed the last great threat to the party. We'll live forever unless we fall into the caldera, boys.
Yeah, that was
Woo!
the last great threat to the party, yeah. Mm.
Yeah,
Well,
y'all
Rex-
remember he has outright said before that the caldera is not the big fight.
Well,
yeah. Which is
obviously,
what makes me think that Lazuli is not going to take the news well.
Yeah.
Freaking Lazuli. He
Yeah.
is the bad guy.
Maybe the weapon
I
of
agree.
mass destruction he's building will not be good for us.
It
I'm
won't be
telling
good
you, I
for
don't
us.
trust Lassalai
Oh.
anymore at all.
If I can just use a little bit of the original Endless Midnight, everything's gonna be fine.
Oh my god.
How
Yeah.
dare you? How dare you?
Oh no.
That was cold.
I do not trust Lassalai at all. He's trying to get everybody killed.
You don't think he knew, did he?
Maybe he knew. That's what.
There's no way he knew.
He didn't know. He didn't know.
But
No,
He
he
didn't
probably
know.
didn't know. He probably didn't.
But like, did he know?
Here's when my question is, how
He
well
might
known
have
is the
suspected, but
Never
he
mind.
didn't know.
And sent us anyways.
Yeah, so that he doesn't have to go down there for
Guys- guys are on
verifying his suspicion.
here's my question for Nash. Why was that a dead zone in the ocean? I feel like we didn't really.
Well, I thought it was because it was being guarded by a dragon.
Right.
So
that was
like
my assumption.
no other animal wanted to be there. But yeah, I mean, obviously after my fireworks show is over, I have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Unless it's like the magic aura from the dragon.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, it was a lair at some point. The thing we fought down there could have just moved in after the original owner was gone
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and been responsible for keeping everything else away.
Wow. So many
Well,
questions.
Players, thank you for playing.
DM, thank you for DMing.
Watchers,
Thank you, James.
for watching.
Roll20, thank you for sponsoring.
Absolutely. And we won't see you next week.
What?
I have
What?
a day. I know Neon Goblin doesn't pay the bills. I have a day job, and I will be traveling for work next week. So we won't be playing next week, but we'll be back the week after that.
What a thing to leave on.
No.
Stranded on an island with all of this weight.
You will be fine.
I love you guys, and we will see you in a couple of weeks. We'll see you.
Watch our Twitter.
Morgan's gonna go crazy on Twitter. All right. We'll see you later.
Good night.